Hi folks, it's Ben. Welcome to Watchbots Prime. A lot of weeks I sit around and I'm struggling for things to talk about. But this week is different. I have a lot to say, and all of it is very important. I've been playing the new Star Wars video game, Jedi Fallen Order, and the game itself is okay. You play as this weird red-headed Jedi, and you think about Mace Windu and Obi-Wan and Yaddle and all the greats, and they all look cool. And this dude just looks like he should be working at McDonald's, making the Big Mac, which is a noble profession, but he doesn't look like a Jedi. And you can't give him mutton chops, you can't give him a beard, and those are things that I demand out of my Jedi. Anyway, quality aside, the game sends you to Kashyyyk, or Kazook, if you will. And we all remember that from the Star Wars Holiday Special, and you're flying your ship in over the planet, and what do you see? A big fucking tree. And my jaw hit the floor because I think that this is the Tree of Life. Now, I haven't independently verified this. I'm working on it, hitting the social media channels up, but I think this puts the Holiday Special firmly back into canon because I saw around the base of the tree, there were these weird floaty globe things. It was weird. Anyway, I was excited to see it. I have also been going down, and I guess this isn't a new thing, but I go down these weird music rabbit holes. Part of it is having a child, is like you listen to weird stuff. So we listen to Disney stuff and all that shit. But I find myself going down like family-friendly hip-hop. And so I've been listening to a lot of the Quad City DJs lately, and you'll remember them from the Space Jam song, like everybody get up, you want to slam now, you got to dunk on Yosemite Sam now. And they also did that song, The Train, and it's just, oh man, it's the worst earworm. And usually the way I try to root this out is just listening to the song over and over and over again. But it's not working here. It's just making it worse. I'm fucking up my Spotify algorithms, and it's a complete mess. And this is how I get into Kids Bop and Kids Pop and all that weird associated stuff. And, some people listen to music to relax, and I listen to it just to get, I don't know, rowdy, maybe? The Train makes me rowdy. And I'm not talking sexually, you sick fucks. Just it makes me want to put my fist through a wall, like go out and go to a hardcore show and slam dance. But that's what's on my mind. Now, don't think that I forgot about The Bachelor, because I clearly did not and clearly never will. Just a few things of note this week. One is, I don't want to make a generalization, but I think the number of bachelorettes that they bring onto these shows, most of them are pretty young, right? And they're there to be social media influencers and they're beauty queens. So they're not necessarily the brightest bulbs on the tree. This week we had, instead of the word fiasco, one of the bachelorettes said finasco, which is not even like a wrong pronunciation. That's just not a word. And they also went to like a sexy pillow fight where they all had to wear pajamas. And I usually would say the word lingerie is lingerie, or lingerie if I'm feeling randy. But the girl here said lingerie. It was a sexy set of lingerie. And it's just like, man, literacy in this country blows. It's not good. But Peter also went on a one-on-one date with a woman who had a rough childhood. And that sucks, obviously. That's not fun for anybody, but she's talking about her mom and her family, and now she's a nurse. And he looked at her and he very earnestly said, "This is the most inspired I've ever been." And I just flipped my fucking lid, because how could that possibly be true? He's a pilot, for God's sakes. He's been in the sky. He's seen marvels, but he's just inspired by this one woman. It's fucked up. Makes me sick. And then he picked her up by the ass and he put her in the seat of a plane and they made out, and they probably made like propeller jokes and shit. It's a weird show. Simulacra. What is reality? I don't know. More next week. But I'm excited this week because the day that this episode releases is also the day the new Star Trek series comes out. And Star Trek The Next Generation, always my favorite. And to have Captain Picard and some of his crew back for a new adventure is pretty cool. So we thought it would be a good week to get into another facet of Star Trek, that of course being the animated series. This is an interesting case because I have actually watched all of the animated series fairly recently. So I feel, I don't know, extra stoked or extra prepared for once, which is sort of weird. But you would think that when you remove some of the budget limitations from Star Trek, you get away from a lot of the sort of cheesy TV show tropes, right? Like it looks cheap, the makeup looks bad. And some of that is true, but some of it is definitely not. The episode that we are talking about is The Infinite Vulcan, and it's notable for being written by Walter Koenig, who is Chekhov from the original series and those movies. But it also has a few big surprises, and I'm winking really hard. Heading into it, we want to hear from you. Email at watchbotspod.com, Twitter at watchbotspod. What's your favorite Star Trek? And that would be hashtag, what rhymes with Star Trek? Hashtag Walter Trek. It's a deep pull. Walter Peck? I don't know. I'm struggling here. Anyway, that's on Monday. I think it should be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it. The episode is available on a lot of different streaming services, not the usual YouTube or Dailymotion, but you can find it if you look hard enough. I believe in you. Y'all are a tech savvy bunch, you know? But I think that'll do it for today. I've rambled on for an exceptionally long time, and I apologize for that. I respect your time. So we'll leave it here. We'll talk to you on Monday. Beam me up, Scotty. Engage. And to leave you this week, I'm going to welcome you to my hell. See ya.